Hi everyone, I'm Sangeeta Kanwar, Assistant Professor at the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. Today we are going to talk about Japan under the subject of comparative economic development from 1850 to 1950. Japan is the cluster of islands located in the Pacific Ocean. Scarce in natural resources, Japan started its development process at a very low per capita income compared to other developed nations. There has been a dramatic discontinuous transformation from a feudal backward economy of 16th and 17th century to an industrialized one in the 20th century. Today, Japan is the third largest industrial power in the world and has a prominent place in the developed world. Japan had a differential and ever-changing sectoral growth rates. Starting 1860, the share of manufacturing in the national output has been increasing, whereas that of services and agriculture has been declining. For many decades at a stretch, manufacturing sector was the fastest growing sector of the economy. Exports as well was a crucial component contributing to Japanese growth story. Composition of exports changed as the Japanese economy developed. Initially, it was majorly the agricultural and processed goods, those were exported, whereas in the later stages of development, exports constituted majorly of textiles, sophisticated manufacturing goods. In 1874-83, primary goods constituted around 42% of your exports, whereas manufacturing goods constituted around 57% of the total exports. Even in the manufacturing exports, the share of heavy manufactured goods, it increased as the country industrialized, starting from around 8% in 1874-83 up till 68% in 1960s. Crucial factor in Japan's case is its constituents of industrial sector. Japan adopted a dualistic, hybrid and differentiated economy. It ensured coexistence of modern, large-scale and traditional small-scale industries. Large-scale were capital-intensive in nature, leading to high productivity and high wages. It was heavily relied on imported technology and constituted a major part of the exports. Traditional and small-scale industries were labor-intensive, leading to low productivity, low wages. They lacked any standardization, marketing or overseas know-how. Their mainstay was the home market. This hybrid structure helped the Japanese economy to address the issues like unemployment, growth, demand and sustainability simultaneously. Thus, this dual nature of the economy can be considered as one of the major factors contributing to Japanese development. Let us see what were the other contributory factors here. Firstly, there were distinct characteristics of Japanese socio-economic setup like discipline, acceptance of authority, loyalty and deference of superiors, emphasis on birth and seniority, and subjection of individualism to group, be it household, company or the nation. Apart from that, you had various other micro interacting factors which were climatic, geographical, sociological, political and economic in nature. However, relatively more important factor contributing to the development was the foundation laid in the previous time period. The period concerned overlaps majorly with the Meiji rule followed by the Taisho rule in 1912. So, the fast growth in these periods had their roots in the previous period, that was your Tokugawa period. So, let us see what were the policies and various initiatives taken under Tokugawa period. Tokugawa period is the final period of traditional Japan. It is the time of internal peace, political stability and economic growth. This period was overseen by shogunate, that is military dictatorship. Prerequisite to any economic development is the generation of surplus. Like Britain, Japan also generated huge amount of surplus in this period. However, they failed to channelize it into developmental initiatives. One policy that makes this period stand out is the policy of Sakoku. Under this, the domestic Japanese economy was closed down from any kind of foreign influence. This phase witnessed xenophobic Japan, where the overseas travel for any Japanese national was prohibited and there was restricted number of foreign residents in Japan. There are two perspectives of possible consequence of such a policy. First viewpoint is that Japan missed out on the post-Newtonian science, economic and technological advancements. At the other end, there is a viewpoint that commends these policies as it avoided the development of underdevelopment syndrome by escaping economic and political colonization by the developed nations. There were also various advances in agriculture. There was development of indigenous biological techniques, water control methods. At the same time, there was a diffusion of these technologies among peasants. Development of agriculture provided a starting point for industrial advancement, and through various interlinkages ensured that this advancement is sustainable in the long run. Other factors and initiatives included the existence of Sakin Kotai. It is a central control of various economic activities. Through this, it was ensured that there is a smooth monetary system. There was use of coinage and paper currency. There was also promotion of Japanese style Confucianism, which promoted intellectual and rationalistic behavior. Suitable skills and discipline was inculcated among officials, which benefited the later governments and the industrial development. Education and advanced studies were promoted. Respect for merit and collective ideology was strengthened. All these factors contributed to Japanese development story, bringing them at par with the developed nations today. Today, we talked in brief the development journey of Japan and various contributory factors behind it. Thank you.